Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to talk about 7 mindset hacks that you need to try today so that you can unlock your potential. Let's get into it. No one, trust yourself. Have you ever thought of starting your own business but you don't know where to start? Have you ever been afraid of speaking up in front of your boss or your teacher? Or maybe you have this one thing that you really want to do but you feel like you are not good enough for it? You're experiencing any of these things right now? Then this hack is for you. One of the main reasons why we do and reach our full potential is because we do and trust ourselves. We might not trust our abilities, or we might not believe in our strengths. But if we want to live a life that we are proud of, we need to start trusting ourselves again. Trusting yourself is one of the most important things that you can do for yourself. When you trust yourself, you are able to take risks, try new things, and be more open to new opportunities. And when you trust yourself, you are also more likely to believe in yourself and your abilities. This will help you to overcome challenges and setbacks more easily. So how do you build self-trust? Well, it starts with believing in yourself and your abilities. When you start to see yourself as capable and worthy, you will start to trust yourself more. Another thing that you can do is to set realistic goals for yourself and then work hard to achieve them. This will help you to build momentum and confidence in yourself. Finally, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, but rather a sign of strength. So if you are struggling to trust yourself, then try these mindset hacks. Build up your belief in yourself, set realistic goals, and ask for help when needed. With time and practice, you will start to see yourself as more capable and trustworthy, which will help you to reach your full potential. 2. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Are you someone who always seems to find a reason to give up? You find it difficult to keep going when things get tough? If you answered yes to either of these questions, then chances are you have some limiting beliefs holding you back. Limiting beliefs are thoughts that we have about ourselves and our abilities that stop us from achieving our goals. They are the things that we tell ourselves when we want to give up, or when things get too hard. For example, I am not good enough. I am not smart enough. I will never succeed. These are all limiting beliefs that can hold us back from achieving our dreams. However, the good news is that limiting beliefs can be challenged and overcome. By changing the way that we think, we can change the way that we feel and act. When we act differently, we can achieve different results. So how do we challenge our limiting beliefs? The first step is to become aware of them. We need to pay attention to the negative thoughts that we have and the excuses that we make. Once we are aware of our limiting beliefs, we can start to challenge them. We can ask ourselves whether there is any truth to these thoughts and whether they are really helping us. If not, then we need to let them go and replace them with more positive and empowering beliefs. For example, instead of saying I am not good enough, we can say, I am capable and I can do this. It is not easy to challenge our limiting beliefs, but it is definitely possible. With some effort and practice, we can break through the barriers that are holding us back and achieve the success that we deserve. So if you want to unlock your true potential, then make sure to challenge your limiting beliefs. Let go of the negative thoughts that are holding you back and replace them with more positive and empowering beliefs. 3. Practice self-compassion. Are you always so hard on yourself? You find yourself constantly criticizing or judging yourself? If so, then you may be suffering from a lack of self-compassion. Self-compassion is the ability to treat ourselves kindly and with understanding, especially when we are facing difficulties or have made mistakes. When we lack self-compassion, we tend to be very hard on ourselves, and we may even resort to punishing ourselves mentally or emotionally. This can lead to feelings of guilt, shame, and anxiety. However, when we practice self-compassion, we are able to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a loved one. We understand that everyone makes mistakes, and that we should not be so hard on ourselves. Practicing self-compassion does not mean being self-indulgent or making excuses for ourselves. It simply means treating ourselves with kindness and understanding. It is an essential part of taking care of ourselves and our mental health. There are several ways to practice self-compassion. One way is to start talking to yourself in a kind and compassionate way. Avoid using harsh or critical language when talking to yourself. Instead, try to be understanding and forgiving. Another way to practice self-compassion is to forgive yourself for any mistakes you may have made. Everyone makes mistakes, So don't be so hard on yourself. Learn from your mistakes and move on. Finally, make sure to take time for self-care. Make time for activities that help you relax and distress, such as yoga, meditation, or spending time in nature. By practicing self-compassion, you will be able to treat yourself with the kindness and understanding that you deserve. This will help you to unlock your potential by reducing the negative emotions that may be holding you back. No. Focus on solutions, not problems. Are you someone who always seems to find problems instead of solutions? If so, then you might be suffering from a problem-focused mindset. This is a mindset that focuses on the negative aspects of a situation and makes it difficult to find creative solutions. A problem-focused mindset can lead to stress, anxiety, and feelings of helplessness. However, there is another way to approach situations: a solution-focused mindset. People with a solution-focused mindset are better able to cope with stress and find creative solutions to problems. They are also more likely to succeed in their personal and professional lives. So how do we develop a solution-focused mindset? The first step is to become aware of our problem-focused thoughts. We need to pay attention to the negative and self-critical thoughts that run through our minds. Once we are aware of these thoughts, we can start to challenge them. We can ask ourselves whether there is any truth to these thoughts and whether they are helpful. If not, then we need to let them go and focus on finding solutions instead. Another thing that we can do is to focus on the positive aspects of a situation. This does not mean ignoring the problems, but rather focusing on the good things that have come out of the situation. For example, if we have lost our job, we might focus on the fact that we now have the opportunity to look for a new job that is a better fit for us. By focusing on the positive aspects of a situation, we're able to see it in a different light, and we are more likely to find solutions instead of just dwelling on the problems. So if you want to unlock your potential, then focus on solutions, not problems. Develop a solution-focused mindset by challenging your problem-focused thoughts and focusing on the positive aspects of a situation. No. 5. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Are you someone who always tries to do everything on your own? Do you find it difficult to ask for help when you need it? So, then you might be suffering from a fear of asking for help. This fear can prevent us from reaching out for support when we need it the most, which can lead to feelings of isolation and frustration. However, asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. When we ask for help, we are able to get different perspectives and ideas that we may not have thought of ourselves. We are also able to share the workload and reduce our stress levels. There are many benefits to asking for help. It can help us to be more efficient, improve our problem-solving skills, and increase our productivity. It can also help us to build relationships and create a sense of community. So how do we overcome our fear of asking for help? The first step is to become aware of our fear. We need to pay attention to the negative thoughts and beliefs that we have about asking for help. Once we are aware of these thoughts, we can start to challenge them. We can ask ourselves whether there is any truth to these thoughts and whether they are really helping us. If not, then we need to let them go and replace them with more positive and helpful thoughts. Another thing that we can do is to start asking for small favors from others. This will help us to build up our confidence and make it easier to ask for bigger favors in the future. For example, we could ask our friends for advice or help with a project. By asking for help, we are able to get the support we need to be successful. So if you want to unlock your potential, then don't be afraid to ask for help. Overcome your fear of asking for help by becoming aware of your fear, challenging your negative thoughts and beliefs, and starting to ask for small favors from others. No. 6. Embrace failure as a stepping stone to success. Do you get discouraged easily when you fail at something? Or maybe you avoid taking risks because you are afraid of failing. If you answered yes, then this hack is for you. Failing is a part of the process. Even the most successful people in the world have failed many times before they achieved success. When we embrace failure and learn from it, we are able to use it as a stepping stone to success. However, if we let our fear of failure hold us back, we will never be able to reach our full potential. So how do we embrace failure and use it as a stepping stone to success? The first step is to have a growth mindset. Growth mindset is the belief that we can improve our abilities through hard work and dedication. People with a growth mindset are not afraid of failure because they see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. Another thing that we can do is to focus on the lessons learned from our failures. Every failure has a lesson to teach us. If we are willing to listen, we will be able to use that failure as a stepping stone to success. For example, if we failed an exam, we could learn from our mistakes and study harder for the next one. By focusing on the lessons learned, we are able to see our failures as opportunities for growth instead of setbacks. So if you want to unlock your potential, then embrace failure and use it as a stepping stone to success. Have a growth mindset, focus on the lessons learned, and keep moving forward. And finally, number 7, visualize your success. You ever thought about what you want to be or do when you grow up? Have you ever imagined what it would feel like to achieve your dreams? If you haven't, then this hack is for you. Visualization is a powerful tool that can help us to focus on our goals and achieve success. When we visualize our success, we are able to see it as a real possibility, and this helps us to take action towards our goals. Visualization also helps us to build confidence and motivation. When we see ourselves succeeding, we believe in ourselves and our abilities, and this makes it easier to stay focused and motivated even when things get tough. To practice visualization, start by setting clear goals for yourself. What do you want to achieve? Write down your goals and create a vision board that includes images and quotes that inspire you. Next, visualize yourself achieving those goals. See yourself taking action, overcoming obstacles, and celebrating your successes. Visualize the feelings of accomplishment and satisfaction that come with achieving your goals. Finally, review your visualizations regularly. Look at your vision board and read your goals every day. This will help you to stay focused and motivated, and it will remind you of why you are working so hard. So if you want to unlock your potential, then visualize your success. Set clear goals, visualize yourself achieving those goals, and review your visualizations regularly. We hope that these mindset hacks have inspired you to unlock your potential and achieve your dreams. Remember, you are capable of amazing things. Believe in yourself and never give up on your dreams. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.